All right, thanks for stopping by today. On this video, we're working on what we believe is to be a Lowe-1648 John boat that you'll see when we first got was in pretty rough condition, and we put it together here, and today is the boat build. So we just wanted to walk through this with you. This is really the project for my son Jack and his buddy Jackson. They put this together, make a few bucks. They're trying to do some summer work while they're in college. And you can see here that the boat and trailer they got was pretty beat up, needing a lot of love. So what you'll see here is us breaking it down, and the boys put some grind to the boat here to get all the junk and the rivets set up and waterproof and in good shape so we can move forward. But the interesting thing about this one is that we did this project with these two boys, and my son ended up having shoulder surgery, and Jackson ended up having hip surgery through all this. So my role became a little bit larger than just being the bank and the supervisor, but you'll see it was a great event, great project for us. We ended up having lots and lots of help. A lot of their friends stopped by, lots of fun just hanging out, working on the boat in the summertime, and doing all these things. I see in the video 8+ people, plus our dog Rudy, the chocolate lab, and plus Henry, the golden doodle. But we also had other friends stop by and help us move the boat from the ground to the trailer and the front yard to the backyard, and move it up on the stilts, and that sort of thing. So lots of great stuff. Here you can see we ended up painting the whole thing black, trailer black, and then we got started on the inside. Here's where our design work started. We started putting things together once we had everything cleaned up and all the rivets out on some of the things that we needed to clean up. We used what was there as a template over here on the side here and just cut that up, put that in as a ground floor for us, so it can be nice and stable through the ribs. Start putting pieces together and coming up with a design that we could support everything. Also build in a little bit of storage. We had to build up the front deck as well, because when we put the trolling motor on, it just wasn't supported well through the back of the deck that's with the boat. So we had to build that up, make sure that was stable, and work on all the supports here as we're putting the design together. Really what we tried to do here was cut up all the boards as much as we can and place them in place where they're going to fit, but not secure them yet. As we built our design, we didn't have anything really set out in the beginning. We just did it on the fly. You can see us building templates here and then cutting these pieces, getting some extra hands from Mom as we cut this and put this in place, and really worked through each problem as it was. because we didn't know what to expect and how we we're going to build this out. But it all worked out great in the end. The next step in the process was water treating all the boards before we secured them down. That way we got a little bit of extra protection, weather protection for them, and wetness protection, keep the moisture off as much as possible, so that all the build lasts as long as possible here. So that's what we're doing here before we secure everything down. Once we had all the boards weather treated, it was time to put it up on stilts here, as you can see on the brackets, and really get to work putting the boat together with the materials. I don't know if you saw there, but we drilled holes in the ribs so we can get the trolling motor wire all the way up. It's an 8 gauge wire. Make sure that it can handle everything we got. We got a 12 volt battery, but it can handle all the way up to a 24 volt trolling motor there. And kids here putting everything together after we weather treated everything, and it's starting to come together real nice for us. As you can see, Rudy the Chocolate Lab has got the ball thrown down the hill about 1 million times at this point in the video. So if you can keep track of this and tell us the accurate count by the end of the video, and how many times somebody threw the ball down the hill for Rudy, you'll get a prize. So you can see here we built some storage up underneath the decking. We had to cut an access hole into the boat here so we could effectively get our arms up underneath, so that we can then bolt down the trolling motor when we put that together. So that was quite a process, and probably should have done that before we put the brackets on, all the wood on, but we didn't. Again, back to that whole design thing, but we got it done at the end, and got 4 bolts into that trolling motor, so it's going to be real secure on it. So this is the part of the video and the project where I turn this over to my wife Lori and Jack, so they can put on this EVA flooring, right? This is really great stuff. Instead of putting carpet down, you put down this foam. Then you get EVA foam. It's really comfortable, really nice on the feet, nice to stand on all day, non-slip, and it looks so much cooler than a carpet. So we went with that, and it's black and white camo, matched the black on the boat. But this is where my skill set isn't the best, and so I turn that over to really Lori and Jenna, as you can see here, while Jack and Jackson just sit around and watch them. So we were working to get this boat project done as quick as we could. It started raining, so we moved this into the garage, and Lori and the boys finished this thing off. From getting that foam down and getting everything set and ready to go. You know we're getting close to the end of the project when we're greasing up the bearing buddies. One of the last items we had to do on the whole project was go out and find a motor for the boat, since we didn't have one when we bought it. And we found an old, it might have been a 1972 Winds motor, which happens to be an Evinrude brand. But that thing would fire right up for us every single time, and it's been running like a top. Then you can see sort of the final touches here. Got everything in place. Got the battery, got the trolling motor, got the plug where you can easily plug in the trolling motor, got the LED lights, got the motor. We got a breaker switch on here too. And then here we move into the final video of the project.